People, today is Sunday, June 28, 2026. Here's a Democrat who understands how to communicate.
Sidelined when you have strikes ongoing in both directions from both sides.
Exactly. Unfortunately, none of this is really surprising. I think, obviously from the very beginning, this war has been absolutely catastrophic, led by the United States and Israel, and started in the middle of diplomatic negotiations around Iran's nuclear program. After, 100 some days of war, when Donald Trump and Iran and Pakistan and other countries announced this MOU, it was very clear that this is going to be a very bumpy ride. It is essentially an agreement to then have 60 days of negotiations, and some of the thorniest issues have yet to be worked out, whether that be Iran's uranium enrichment, whether that be the fighting in Lebanon and how to end the fighting in Lebanon, whether that be, the sanctions relief that Iran is fighting for. This is going to be very difficult. The other challenge here is that we have extremists in power in every government involved. You have the Islamic Republic still in power in Iran, despite the fact that Donald Trump claims that there has been regime change and we have a new and better regime. That's not true. Donald Trump is an extremist. He's a warmonger. He has never been able to stay focused on an important issue in this country for more than 2 minutes because he's distracted by his ballroom and the reflecting pool. And then, of course, you have Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel, who also does not want to see an end to this conflict. So the circumstances are incredibly, incredibly challenging all around here. And the ultimate result is that lives are on the line, people suffer, the U.S. economy is in shambles, thousands of innocent people, including 13 American service members and innocent civilians in Iran and Lebanon, have been murdered. This war needs to come to an end. So my plea to the Trump administration is to take this seriously, put real people in charge of these negotiations, not your relatives or real estate guys like Witkoff and Jared Kushner. We need adults in the room to handle this and bring this war to an end once and for all.
You mentioned all the thorny issues, and among them, of course, the Strait of Hormuz. And Iran said today that the MOU gives it sole authority to manage the strait. It warned against interference in the waterway. So what do you make, first of all, of that? And what do these flaring hostilities between Iran and the U.S. mean for the overall interim deal? Are you concerned at all that it could fall apart?
I've always been concerned that it can fall apart, again, because of the individuals who are leading the processes, because of the erratic nature of our own president. I mean, the fact that he took again to social media to threaten annihilation of the country of Iran is a disgrace. It's absolutely ridiculous and embarrassing. There's no words for the way that our government and this administration are treating all of this. I mean, you cannot be in the middle of negotiations and every other day essentially threaten to use a nuclear weapon. I mean, when you're talking about ending a civilization or ending a country, what does that mean? And so that is always a concern, and I think why I have continued to call for the 25th Amendment, because